Okay, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna go in and finish up creating the controls system. Let's see, last we were finishing up, we just finished coding this first part here. So next, what we're gonna wanna do is create a function. We're gonna have a variable also that's gonna save the function's return value. So we're gonna say var, let's call this, let's see, new action, I think. Yeah, I think new action will be fine. And we're gonna return keys is our function. And then we're gonna put actions and then the count we're currently on. So we're gonna need to create this function return keys. Function return keys, and let's see, return keys we're gonna put in and value put, let's put just input button, we're just gonna name it. That's what I named it. And we're gonna say we're gonna make a button list here that's gonna be returned. And we're gonna say list equals input map dot get action list. Let me just do that for a second, just so we can get the input map get action list, and then we're gonna put the variable that we're passing, and then we're gonna have button called, another variable called axis direction. Now, for I in list that we had, we're going to check if I is an input event key, which means I believe that if it's something you would type, or basically anything that would be a keyboard input, we're going to tell it to button list, and we're going to do an append to the array, and we're going to add keyboard, and then I'm gonna have what is it, that colon or whatever, and add a space here, plus string value. I'm gonna be converting from os dot get scan code string, and then we're gonna put I as scan code. There we go. Now let's go to the next one. Say if I is an event, or not event, input event, joypad, and we're gonna go for button this time. Basically, this is if you have a controller connected, or also just we're gonna be checking the input map, checking for if there's a controller input, and this we're gonna do the same thing, except we're going to do buttonless append. Instead of keyboard, we're going to put controller. Same thing, but this time, let me see. Actually, we're not using that. We're doing input get joy button index. No, not index. Get joy button string, and then we're going to put I dot button index. Yeah. Okay, so that's done for that. Next, we're going if I is input event, and this one's I think joypad motion this time. Then we're going to say if the input dot get joy axis string I dot axis, and then we're going to ask if it ends with X, capital X. Then we're gonna check if I dot axis value is greater than 0, then we're gonna say axis direction is equal to right, else it's gonna be axis direction is equal to left, and then now else again, except we need to go back a tab. If I dot axis value is greater than 0, then we're going to tell it that it's going to be axis direction is going to be down instead, and then else we're going to just say axis direction is up. Yep, that looks fine. Then I believe, let's see, we just line this up here. Dot append. Yep, and then we're gonna put joypad instead. Input dot get joy axis string. Then put I dot axis, and then we're gonna add in a space between, and then we're gonna just add the axis direction that we saved. And one last thing I did for mine, you can skip it if you don't want to do it, but I did a button list dot sort to just sort the order, and then we would just return button list, which now means we can get rid of this. Oh wait, is there already a variable called new action? Oh, there is. That's why I was given an error. So let's think of a different name. Let's just put button. And let's just put var buttons. Hopefully that'll be fine. Okay. So now what we want to do is, let's go back here. We're going to have another for loop after here. And we're going to say J instead. And then we're going to be checking in buttons. Right, yep. And then we're going to have another function called create label. And we're going to pass the count and the J value. And last but not least, we're going to add a count here, plus equal 1. And let's create also our new function we're going to have here, function create label. And we're just going to pass number and I for add label. Go custom. Actually, we have it changed here. I believe it's actions input, right? No, we want actions actually. Actions dot instance, and we're gonna do add label, and we're gonna say we're gonna get the node label and set the text equal to I. Now we're gonna have an if statement number greater than 0. Then we're gonna get node scroll container all the way to, I believe, to the VBox, and we need to do another /VBox. And then I'm going to add string value of the number, I believe, yeah, number +1. And then I think we're going to add the child of add label, yeah. I'm going to add the child of add label to this. I believe that's it. Let me just double check. No, we gotta add one more. We're gonna add /actions input plus number +1. Believe it should be that one. Let me just double check here. No, I think it should be. Oh yes, I think it should be that one. And then the last thing I'm going to do is else scroll container VBox /. So get that one instead, and then just add the child of what we did was add label, I believe. And let me just double check if we run this. Where am I getting this wrong? Scroll, VBox scroll, another VBox plus VBox. Why is this given? Did I add too many? Oh, I think, yeah, I might have added too many of those. Let me just check now. Still giving an error. Did I do something wrong here? Actions input. No, it should be new action. You know what? Let's just do this. I believe I was supposed to take new action. Let's just quickly check. I think I might have. There we go. Looks like it's working now, but I need to change one thing now. I believe for here, we need to change the size here. So we're going to do 700 by like 600. And now let's run this and see what we get. That's not working. Do we need to also change the sizes on all of these? It's been a while since I played around with containers. Now it's blank. Let's just set all the sizes here. See what we get. Let me see. I really don't like playing around with these containers because it's. Let's see what we get now. There we go, that looks better. Still, something doesn't look right. Okay, let me look. New action. I wonder, I think I gotta add another /VBox here. Maybe that'll fix it. There we go. Yeah, move up, move down. And let's see. I believe believe one of these, I gotta see which one it is, but the scroll containers aren't working because one of these, I gotta look at my project, but one of them needs to be enabled to be able to further scroll down. Let's see, which one would it be? Would it be this one? Can I scroll down now? No, it's not scrolling down. But if I go here, trying to figure this out. It's been a while since I messed around with this. Control, would it be here? Maybe I need to change the size of this. Let's set this to 400 by 400, see what happens. No. Actually, now that I think about it, I think there's only 4 options. I think I need to maybe add more options. So let me go check my UI. Yeah, let me try adding. Just gonna add another. Let me see, just another key. We're gonna add W for up and then down. I mean S for down. I think that might have been an issue. Let me check now. No, it's not letting us scroll. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think I'll get back to you guys in a second. Okay, I ended the video because I couldn't figure out what it was, but I came back and I believe I figured it out. What you're going to want to do is, I believe I had the margins here for the first scroll container set to be value of 200, and I left the right here like 700. Just have, hopefully you have the similar values here. You just put values like this. But when I went to the VBox container, I went and changed the minimum size to 1050, and also I added an extra input for the left stick up and left stick down, which if you go here, you just go to joy axis and then select the correct one. And now if we play the scene, we can scroll all the way down here. This font size is a little bit big, but for this I think it's fine. So that should be it. So I believe, let's just look at this other stuff. The other sizes are like this, this. Yeah, I think that's how we should have it. Not even sure if we technically need the second scroll container, but that's how I made the project. You can, if you want, you guys can experiment yourself. With that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video.